I got to tell y'all the absolute craziest thing happened to me today. And I didn't realize how crazy it was until driving and thinking about it. Because when you're at school, I'm a behavior interventionist now. I'm no longer a PE coach. I'm 60 years old. I was glad to get this new gig. I don't have my own students anymore. I go around and help teachers with students. I help students with teachers. I because sometimes there's just a rift, and take a lot of the load off the administrators, and they're very happy I'm there. I'm very appreciative for it. I know that anything that I do well on that job is coming from the Lord. I don't have, we just know that. You don't ever sit there with pride or being proud about anything or something that you do well. Daniel was given the ability to do an amazing job when he was working for the Babylonians and then the Medes and the Persians as captive in their land. Well, we're all captive. This world belongs, of course, to Satan and Lucifer, and God has made sure of that. He's the one that's ordained it that way. So we can't be mad at the goats. We can't be angry, because you might as well get now. And like Michael, the way Michael put it, I thought was just eloquent. It was like, I hate what they do, or, we're not supposed to be friends with them or cozy with them or chummy with them. And, it says to have no fellowship with them. By the way, I'm going to start getting a lot more clarity, because I'm going to start taking this stuff called at Organifi called Pure, and it's got lion's mane in it. And I'm really wiped out. I'm super tired. So let's just kind of get to the point of everything. That would be great to keep a nice short video today and get going with stuff. I got hit in the right eye today by an airplane. Twin Towers, airplane, right eye wound, the right eye. I had a kid in my room, and like an absolute idiot. Let's just say that my administrators love the fact that he stays with me and stays out of trouble. And we're going to get him back into the general population when we all return back from break. But he's made leaps and bounds. He's just, he's got a tough task-masking teacher. He's a taskmaster, and he talks to him very bluntly, and this kid is not somebody you can speak bluntly to. And so, as the kid's grandfather said, he will fight a grown man. And he's 13, but he's in there with fifth graders. So that should paint a picture for you a little bit, right? And we just had a great day, and he had a paper airplane. He brought a book bag today. He brought like a briefcase and brought math problems. He brought stuff from other schools for us to work on today. We've accomplished plenty. We did great. Everybody's happy with what he's doing. I let him fly the airplane around, told him I'd fly with him a little bit. I said, just don't let that thing hit me in my eye. Literally joking. 3 hours previous. And, we had a little competition trying to fly planes. But I'm sitting at my computer at the end of the day. We're just killing time at the end of the day. It's the end of the day. I got to go out and do my duty. And y'all, I can't lie to y'all. If I lie to y'all, I'm a goat of a goat. I can't sit here and just tell you a lie. His plane flew and stuck in my right. I remember like it sat, I think because I blinked and even like had it trapped in my eye. Like this thing was a paper airplane, but it was like there. Not in my eye is sore, but it does not appear on any level to be scratched. Because I Googled scratched cornea and you're going to feel it. And I've had a scratched cornea before. And like it feels like you got sand in your eye. No, it's sore. But y'all, it's a right eye wound. And it's an airplane, which is what hit the Twin Towers. I was like, is he going down today? Is Trump going down today? I was like, what the heck? What the heck is going on? Well, first of all, as soon as it hit, I was like, good grief. Don't panic and don't get mad at him because you let him do it. Second of all, I thought, like it paused and I was like, hey, that was my eye. But it wasn't my right eye. Wait a minute, it was my right eye. And then driving to go get my car washed, I was like, it's an airplane. That's what hit and Trump's. And he's going to get dotted in the right eye. Y'all. As y'all are witness to me telling you the truth in God's word, and there's no way around lying. Does it mean if you ever lie, you can't repent of it? Well, of course. Sometimes, like, you get put in a pinch and you're in a bad situation and you lie, and then you go back and you go like, oh, I should have done that, Lord. I should have done. We get it. You know, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to lose your temper or something, you know. But pray to the Lord that you never get in that pinch, you know. But we understand we sin, okay? My point is, I can't sit here and make something up to you. That would just be a critical lie of the nth degree. I mean, I might as well shoot somebody in the face for no reason, for their money, if I'm just going to sit here and make up a lie to y'all. Y'all, a paper airplane hit in my right eye today while my eye was open. Ouch. Stuck there, it felt like, it seemed like it was there. And I had to like knock it down. I can't make that up. That's, and you don't swear to God, but the Lord is my witness on that. I can tell you that. Dadgum this thing, you can imagine based off what we talk about. So I also wanted to look, something else popped in my head today, and that is the 12th of January. And 12th is 112, but no, the 12th is 121. It's 12-1, which was all over The Dark Knight Rises. And I believe it was Michael or Christian threw a lot of stuff at us on about January 8th. Well, that portals over to the 12th. And that's 26 days from now. The 12th. So I just wanted to throw that in the mix. We got a lot to cover today. So let's get to it. Michael wanted us to look at Sting, Love is the Seventh Wave, and take a look at the lyrics. In the empire of the senses, you're the queen of all you survey. All the cities, all the nation, everything falls your way. There is a deeper world than this. And so on and so forth. It's pretty long, so I'm not going to read it to y'all. But all the angels, all the devils, all around you, can't you see? There is a deeper wave than this rising in the land. It's just full of it, right? Just so at this. So I will put this song in the comments. So thank you, Michael, for that. Michael's got stuff in here, but before I get to it, there was something in notifications. Let's see if it sticks. By the way, he's been putting the same comment. I've noticed, I think, to make sure, and I don't mind you doing that. You can put the same comment in 5 different videos. You're not bothering me. I think it's smart because maybe they won't take them all down or something. But one day ago, he put this one up. Halloween is October 31st equals 88. Christmas Nightmare equals 88. We're coming right on it. And boy, do we ever love the fact that it would happen at Christmas or on Christmas or around Christmas, something. Absolutely. I would love if the world crumbled, that it would happen when everybody's got that pagan tree in their house. Now let me offer you this. Something did hit me today when I thought about the right eye wound, because I was feeling it. And it was, pardon the pun, it was kind of in your face of what it'll be like. And I don't know what music was playing, but it felt very weird and very strange and a little scary, thinking about what's coming. And you're just like, because we can't wait, we're all excited, we're just like, wow. Some of y'all are married, some of y'all got kids. It's not going to be wow, it's not going to be exciting, it's going to be horrific. And God doesn't, subjugate us to fear, but it doesn't mean, if you have children, or like I have grandchildren, and my son who has a lot of issues. I mean, we're basically estranged right now. Y'all knew he got newly married, right? Well, it wasn't a good situation. And she came at me for going to my former stepdaughter's graduation, which should show as much love to half as much love to your son as you do, and stated her name. After she said, saw that you went to Tallatrashy to blank's graduation. I don't have to describe to you, and they don't, my son doesn't follow my YouTube, so big deal. But you want to talk Jerry Springer stuff, man. My son has backed the truck up and he has loaded up with it, because I had a dalliance with this girl back in the 90s, and he knows it. She freaked him out with it when they met in AA 2018, I think it was. And I said, she's crazy, Tully. Don't let her bother you. He was going to AA twice a day then. And she claimed sobriety 3 years. My son, when I visited for the Florida State game, it was something going on with him. And I smelled, the ganja just reverberating in his apartment. My point is this. I'm already done with her. You can't do that. I haven't talked to this lady in two decades. Like, she offended me over Facebook post when I was that free will believing, Bible thumping, must repent Christian guy back before I understood there's no free will. And she had a gay son, and she's very upset about it, even though she will tell you now she's a Christian and all, so to come at me the way she came at me is absolutely insane. And trust me, I got pictures of the post, but I'm not going to give you her name, but you'll see the post in a Facebook form in Messenger. Blocked, done with her. That's it. Can't do that. Because you showed me who you were. Now I'm allergic to you. Now I can't even be around you. You can fake it, pulling teeth to get her to apologize. And she threw the maybe word in there. Well, I apologize if I maybe. What? Maybe? And I didn't yell, didn't scream, didn't cuss. She tried to cut me off when I was making my point to my son, because they were on speaker. And I said, no, I'm going to finish. Don't cut me off. I'm going to finish. He called me back 30 minutes later, didn't want me to apologize. I said, absolutely not. Done nothing wrong. Well, you cut her off and oh, because she was interrupting me. I wasn't going to let her because I know how those toxic people operate. I said, if you need me to apologize for me and you to have a relationship, then we're done and I'm good with it. You must hate your mother, your father, your children. It's like the Lord is making me live it, literally. When I gave my son those Bible verses on faith, when we had hours to kill before the Florida State game, because we got there way early to get tickets. Faith is the substance. And my son says he wakes up every day to Bible verses and prayer, and he gets these Bible verses on his phone, but he doesn't watch my Bible study. He's literally said, I'm not ready for that yet. He doesn't like what I teach. He doesn't like it that you can't celebrate Christmas and that his mom might not be a sheep or that his brother might not be a sheep. He literally, when I was going over those simple Bible verses that I just learned with him, because I just kind of learned all this like maybe 3 or 4 months ago. Faith is substance, which means it's tangible. And I went over it. He literally said, hey, you don't have to bombard me with it. Well, that's because the spirit in him feels bombarded. I think my son's got the reprobate. I mean, I think we're pretty much done there. If he passed away, I'm absolutely sure I'd be as distraught as anybody else, but my heart is getting extremely callous to the situation. Steady mailing $300 checks, completely set him up, gave him a car, paying for his lawyer, going to pay off his child's everything, trying to get his life back because I can. But has the nerve to make me apologize to her. And when I say I'm not, I can't really remember what he said. It wasn't too extreme, but I was very quick to say, because I was very calm, but I was pretty hot under the collar. And I said, if that's what it takes for me and you to have a relationship, then we don't have a relationship. I'm going to have to be good with that. Or maybe I said I'm good with that. I don't know. Texted me the other day. I said, I love you very much. I'll be in town tonight. I texted back, said, love you very much, 100. Didn't say anything about him being in town because I knew she's going to be there. I will never, ever, 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 ever be around my son if she's around. That's it. It's done. That fast. Absolutely, positively, that fast. Ruined it. Who ruined it? The Lord had it ruined, is how that works. The Lord took care of that. The Lord took care of it. He's just pulling me further and further out of the world. I've already redone my will. He's not getting anything. I'm not going to state where it's going. He's got an idea, and y'all might have an idea. It's going to a person. But, I mean, good grief. He drove drunk from Gainesville, devil's advocate, to Auburndale, Florida, to meet me for pizza before he went over to his mom's. After I had given him that car, top was down, music was blaring, he was drunk. Those demons were having a field day with him. And I've told him, and I know y'all know, if he's a goat, or while he's a lost sheep, best case scenario, the demons are going to have their field day with him because of who I am. Now, if he's a goat, they're going to eat him up. Now, the Holy Spirit's the comforter. So I just have to Keep everything steady. Steady Betty. Steady Freddy Betty. I'm looking at these 88s. Sorry to go off on all that. Shaking my head production, and you got to keep track of those cats. You do. They're going to lay stuff out for you. They had that AI had an amazing video on the 88. I mean to tell you, this one here, you want to talk about putting it all together? They put it together for you. I said, boy, I sure hope they don't forget that text to Trump. They got it. They got everything. You wouldn't believe the 88s that's in movies. That's how you know it's AI. I mean, come on. When you can just when you're just bringing stuff up, and this football guy from Denver is 88, just all these 88s. It just, you know, my 88 Rocket. Something like Rocket 80. Oh, Rocket 80. You'll get a copyright strike for nothing. Come on, hurry up. I just missed it, didn't I? Sure I did. Of course I did. Fair use, I declare. I'll tell you. I say now, foghorn leghorn. I say now, I do. You women have heard of jalopy. Right. Let's get to it. You heard the noise they made, but let me of that Rocket 88. My new Rocket 88. I mean, everything was 88, and they go right through. They go right through, and they just show you everything, and you just wouldn't. We won't even believe George Floyd. I forgot that he had 88 on like his jersey thing. There's the 88 football player, then the George Floyd stuff. Good grief, people. She's sitting there wearing 88. 88 Yates, 80. I don't know. What did it say? TA. I don't know what it said, but they were all wearing 88. I mean, come on, man. Shaking my head productive. There it is. George Floyd Yates, 88. I can't. That at 88 chump. Are y'all kidding me? And just all this stuff. Look at the tiger, like an LSU tiger. But I'm telling you, the AI, that AI, I'll go find any picture on the internet. It'll do anything. It'll go find any movie, any commercial, anything. It'll put it together. And this guy claims to be one guy. And he'll slap together a video like it ain't nothing. And it just goes on and on and on. And it showed you how the side of the phone, they advertise that it's 88% of a something. I forget right here. 88 ultra curve, 88-degree ultra curve. I mean, come on, man. Now, what did I think about when I saw that? The arm. You know, when you look at the picture, like right there, it should show me the arm. Finally. I kind of still feel there's a clue in there somewhere. My third wife number is smack in the middle of it. You got the 212, you got the 280. I know that 28, 6, 42, and 12 add up to 88. I get it. But I can't help but feel there's more to that. By the way, 7 plus 24 plus 88 gives you the 119, which is Donald. That was something new that I learned. And they go over Just all kind of stuff. That movie, They Live or something like that. I need to watch that movie. That movie looks freak. What a freak show. My right eye's still like matted together a little bit, but it's fine. Like it's not damaged. But y'all, hit by an airplane? Well, would it mean he's going down tomorrow? Heck, I don't know. I was kind of digging the 12th today. It could be tomorrow. Tomorrow's a huge day. I'll put this into comments for you, because you got to watch it all at once to really watch them put it all together. Just listen to that AI just put everything together for you. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Tons of stuff that I left out. Let's keep rolling here, folks. MK Manchurian Candidate 88, David Bowie, Nomad Soul 33 equals 88. 88 miles, MPH equals 88. By the way, it was talking about connecting of time. That 8 means time, but the 88, which we have seen, it's the path of the sun and the moon. I think it's just a fusion of the sun and the moon, and has a lot to do with the eclipse and all that kind of stuff. But when you watch that shaking my head, it goes into some stuff about how it's a changing of time, like a portal of time, like an 8 and an 8. Now you've got 2 times. You got 2 different times, a time here and a time there, and they're going to intermingle or cross over. I forget how he explained it. And you know how I've told you that numerically everything I see with Trump, and today I got again poked in the right eye with an airplane, that he and I are intermingled. He's Candyman, I'm Candyman. I was the husband in the 88 marriage to the October 28th. In Pythagorean numerology, it says the calm before the storm, 88. Buckaroo Bonsai Adventures, 88. 88 miles per hour equals 88. In Chaldean numerology, 88 MPH back to the future equals 88. Pythagorean Chaldean equals 88. I guess you mean just Pythagorean Chaldean equals 8. Okay. That's crazy. The Ami, CRON, VARIANT equals 88 in Pythagorean. All right. Okay. And we might as well click comments then. Trump Yvette time frames, your comments, Michael's emails. Oh, I read Christian's. I think I copied and pasted it. Check out some of the statues in New York. The name of the video below has a few. New York walking tour, Mexican sculptures at Rockefeller. Okay, yeah, I'll check it out. Thank you. That's a good way to do it too, y'all. Is just give me the name of the YouTube video, and we can bring that rascal up, can't we? Okay. New York walking tour, Mexican sculpture, Papal. Yeah, we all know about this new. By the way, you know what their deal is? Because I heard Dabu 7, somebody said that Dabu 7 believes that the people that run this earth these evil elites, as you know, they would call them, these globalists, that they're trying to pattern their world takeover after the Bible. You know, I heard that from another cat, my old Bible study instructor, who now doesn't believe in the Bible at all. Parable of the sower and seeds. Even what little you had will be taken away. Long story. That was his exact same thing. He goes, I believe the people that run this earth are patterning everything after the Bible. Patterning. I don't know. I can't talk. I'm so exhausted. So that's their spiel. Is, oh yeah. These things that are in common with the Bible, that they're doing it that way on purpose. But it doesn't mean there is a real God that's in control of everything, that's making everything work like this. So you see how their mind has been put to sleep. Again, we can't hate them. Can't be any more angry at him than I can my own son for his absolute ignorance in life. Can't do it. They just can't see. They don't have eyes to see. They don't have ears to hear. If they're their father, the devil, boom, that's where you're going to be. That's where you're going to be. Can't wait to watch this. I can't like it. I'll watch everything in my life because I'm not in my channel. I watch through my television set. So somebody told me that Roku is going to do away with YouTube. Roku versus YouTube. That's going to put me in a bad. I guess I'll have to get it through my smart TV. On December 9th. Well, it didn't happen on December 9th. Has it been pushed back? I don't know. I still got it. That's a good thing. But see, the AI or the fallen ones or their ascended masters, they know that's how I watch all of my YouTube. I don't sit at a computer and watch it. I lay on the couch and watch stuff. Or I sit up while eating and watch stuff. Most of my shaking my head is while I'm eating. Shaking my head productions. For the 2017 and 2024 eclipses, X marks the spot near the eastern shore of Cedar Lake in Jackson County, Illinois. Okay, I copied and pasted that. The tornadoes I later found out were above it and below it, but it didn't. I don't think any actually hit in that town. A few of them look like skeleton and Baron Sembade. There is a statue with a jaguar with eagle's wings. That's what Dabu 7 was putting out. Which, that's Dabu 7. It's nothing more than 007. He's nothing more than James Bond. He's controlled opposition. He's going to show you a lot. He's going to expose a lot, but he's them. He's got like 89 billion subscribers. So yeah, that whole United Nations Jaguar, I mean, they don't hide, but you know, the people that run the world, they're trying to make it look like it's, you know, stuff from the Bible. And when they do stuff like that, that's kind of them being able to get away with saying that. They see, they put up this jaguar. Is that really what the Bible verse is about? No, but they're just, you know, blah, 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 blah. Well, that's funny. They don't seem to get anything from any other religion to spoof on. I don't know. So Baron Sembade with the jaguar has like a bird, maybe a phoenix. Well, I think it's out of Daniel. Not sure about that. Also in Lower Manhattan, outside criminal court, there's a statue of Medusa. Y'all, when I went to New York City, and my friend Joey, who was the one that turned me on to Know Your Enemy, which turned me on to conspiracy, which is when I dropped astrology and that church over there at the city state in the middle of Rome. I don't want to mention all of it. I don't want to be caught for hatred or being hating on anything. But yeah, when we walked around New York City, he pointed all this stuff out, and I looked at everything on these buildings, these gargoyles. I mean, New York City is probably the most satanic place on earth, symbolically. Well, I mean, for starters, let's just throw out the twin Trumps. And now the One World Trade Tower returns in that spot. The massive ritual took place there. The movie The Devil's Advocate, yes, Gainesville, but to New York City. Where did the Antichrist reside? Now that, of course, he's at Mar-a-Lago now most of the time, I think. I haven't seen anything about Trump in the news in New York in forever. But that's probably, so if New York, something goes, I don't know. Never mind. So, because he'll be dead anyway when New York gets hit. But what was I trying to say here? It's where the Antichrist was from. It's where the Antichrist was born. Allegedly. Good grief, he could have been born anywhere. And they just say Queens, New York. We're like, okay. He might have been born in Transylvania, man. There ain't no telling. Also in Lower Manhattan, outside criminal court, statue of Medusa holding the head of a decapitated man. These are a few. Also, New York has a giant head holding its fingers to its lips. Vow of silence. Yeah, I mean, yeah. New York City. Yeah, it don't get any worse, in my opinion. They were putting an Egyptian obelisk in Central Park last time I visited there. Egyptian obelisk in Central Park, New York City.
Cleopatra's Needle.
Boom.
According to Wikipedia, Cleopatra's Needle in New York City is one of 3 similarly named Egyptian obelisks. It was erected in Central Park, west of the Metropolitan Museum of Art in Manhattan, on January 22, 1881.
Were they refurbishing it when I was there? Or were they erecting a new one, a different one? Yeah, maybe they were refurbishing it. I mean, but come on, man. Good grief, people. Cleopatra's Needle? 1881. Got the 88 right in the middle. And January 22nd, people. I'll tell you, speaking of 22s, 1222 popped up the other day in a most telling way. I will tell you this. Porsche 718.
2022 Porsche 718 Boxster, 2022 Porsche 718 Spider, and 2022 Porsche 718 Cayman.
I want you to look at that 718. That came after the 911 because I thought about that. Well, you got a Porsche 911. What came after it? Well, it's the next size up. Now I want you to look at this. This QAnon freak that I almost married, bless her heart, love her, still love her. Almost married her twice. The Lord had me call it off twice, and I regretted it both times. And then later, the Lord showed me why. She was all about free will. John 3:16 be thrown right in your face. You don't even have to repent. She's on that team. And she's one of those JFK Jr. people. Biden's a clone, this person's a clone, that person's a clone, but Trump's saving the planet. I mean, Trump's saving the earth. She's QAnon, toe to toe. My friend showed me her YouTube videos that she would send her, and I go right to them, and they're Q people, Q websites. She's a pilot, making like 90 grand a year as a pilot. I mean, she's 58 years old. She's a small jet pilot, but into QAnon. I mean, it takes all kinds, doesn't it, people? Living in where? West Palm Beach. Drove me by Mar-a-Lago before she was a Trump fan. She was just showing me around Palm Beach. In the car my son now has. And me and her, our first time together was on July 18th, 7/18. And a year later to the day on 7/18, a jet door blew off and just about killed her. But really messed up, herniations and bulgings, neck and back. Really messed her up. She and I were together in 2011 with that. And then her accident occurred 7/18 on 2012. And she and I ended up getting together, almost marrying in 2015. And we weren't hitting home runs then, but we were, running the bases without going all the way, without going home runs. She'd have went all the way right, it's like that. But the Lord had already put it in my heart, we were still fooling around though. I don't want to act all innocent here. But my point is this. The last relationship I had was with a girl who's born on 12/20. 1966. That was my last relationship in 2017. And in the middle of her number is that 7/18. And her birthday is on the darkest day of the year. Least amount of sunlight from sun up to sundown. 12/20. We got to keep an eye on 12/20. No pun intended. Keep an eye on it. My right eye wound. Because that 7/18 and that Porsche and all that. How old is she? 60. And she just turned 55. Okay. Or she will be turning 55 on the day she turns 55. So, yeah. Right? How, well, let's just put in how old she'll be. Well, there might be a clue there. I'm really wasting y'all's time tonight. The best stuff is yet to come, though. That's the sad part. 89. My second wife's next marriage number. 20089. Wow. 660 months. 660. That's interesting. That's an interesting day, though. I mean, we can't let that day go by. Here's some stuff I wanted to go over with y'all. More stuff. I mean, you're not going to believe what I ran into. What if you go back to how many days we are from 9/11? I mean, the original 9/11. And then go backwards through time into that. So each day that we go away from 9/11, keep going away from 9/11 in the other direction. Well, some interesting things are happening in the next 2 or 3 days, and we'll let y'all decide. 3 videos PPP, 3 videos. Why did I want to tell you all about 3 videos? I don't know. I don't remember. All right, Michael stuff. Jamie said, Trump rally will be fun, fun, fun till the daddy takes the T-bird. Ooh, I want to get a copyright strike. Jamie said it will be fun, fun, fun. Commentary fair use till the daddy takes the T-bird away. Commentary fair use. So is Trump the T-bird. My dad used to call me T-bone. Tully, Trey, Tully. So, yeah, I mean, Jamie completely forgot about fun, fun, fun. So there you go. When did that song come out? My first concert was the Beach Boys. Fun, 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 Wikipedia. Beach Boys, fun, 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 Wikipedia. February 3rd. Now, I do want to throw this at you because this landed on February 2nd, so I might as well throw it at you. Something bad happened at my school. And let's just say there were mistakes made and not by the administrators, which is why I'm no longer a PE coach, why I switched jobs. But it was a horrific day. It turned into a troubling week. But it all was made good. It all was made good eventually. But the bad day went down on the exact same day of the right eye wound. I mean, not the right eye wound, of the shooting accident at Rust with the Alec Baldwin thing. It was October 21st. And I was like, okay, bad thing went down in my life and Alec Baldwin's life on October 21st. Alec Baldwin's life, of course, was, I shouldn't say a bad thing. That was theater. But you get the idea. 21st. You go up 52 days, if I'm not mistaken. 52 days from October 21st, when something that was absolutely life-changing, something I'll never forget, not that we have that much longer to go in my life, but when my son's wife went off on me, it was 52 days. And of course, that was my marriage number to Candy, as I was her 88, she was my 52. Because my first marriage, me and my first wife combined come to 51. So it's a progression. And I think we have to look at progressions too. So I thought, what's the next 52? If you go up 52 from that, well, if you go up 52 from 12/12/2021, it's Groundhog Day. I don't know if it means anything. But these could all be relating to just the divorce. If you look at it, it's when you go 52 days, you do get the 74,880 minutes. But anyway, just, I don't know. That's not the cool stuff. The cool stuff's coming. Trump favorite Bible verse, Leviticus 24:19-21. Okay. That's a very interesting. Republican president frontrunner Donald Trump revealed on Thursday his favorite Bible verse is eye for an eye. It's eye for an eye. My eye to your eye, because my right eye is a little sore right now. It's odd, but I just came across it today. Also, thank you for sharing that. Also, two different Yahoo articles mentioned an iceberg today. One was about an iceberg in Antarctica that could cause a rise in ocean sea. Yeah. How long have they been talking about the waters are going to rise? I remember hearing that like a decade ago. Well, the waters are going to rise. Polar ice caps are melting. Nothing's risen. They will rise when the abyss melts after T-Bone gets T-boned in his fun eye. So Antarctica's doomsday glacier is facing threat of imminent collapse, scientists warn. Yeah, well, that'll be when Trump goes down. Duh. So they can say, this is why the waters rose. Second article, the NFL has hit a COVID-19, and they called it an iceberg, putting Roger Goodell's zero tolerance policy to test. Both of these remind me of IPEC GOAT, where it looks like Osama standing on an iceberg, and a small piece is broken off. I like that. God, Christian, you good stuff, man. Maybe a hint at La Palma, or maybe just some type of submarine or technology causing a tsunami. Found it interesting. 2 stories in a few hours, so similar. Jam up and spot on, my friend. Good stuff. Christian also said, check out statues in New York. The name of the video has a few. And so that's the one that I already read. And then Michael said, Brown Mansion destroyed comes to 2022. Brown Mansion destroyed comes to 2022. Messiah President Trump and last Saturday of January. Ooh, that better not be on the 30th or 31st. January 2022 calendar. I'm just telling you straight. Don't give us no lip now. The last Saturday, the 29th. Okay. That would be very interesting. 129. That's a whole another deal. All goes back to that. So there's a Weird Al video, Christmas at Ground Zero, that somebody shared with us. Came out April 23rd, 1986. Now, Cali, goddess of destruction, equals for sure California is going to get it worse than New York City. I bet it tumbles into the sea, per the Steely Dan song. California tumbles into the sea. That'll be it's called Old School. Never Going Back to My Old School. Talks about California tumbling into the sea. Of course, the San Andreas Fault style. Lotus heart chakra. The lotus stands for the heart chakra.
I got to tell you, in all my.
And here's the tornadoes in between, I think, right in line with where the X went across America. Oh, this was the Lotus Heart Chakra video. My bad.
I got to tell you, in all my years doing this.
This is AWTR. He used to visit us. I probably got too weird for him. Love his stuff. Love his stuff. People can quit watching my stuff. I don't mean I'm going to quit watching your stuff. I might love your stuff. AWTR, love his stuff. But yeah, the Lotus. Oh, getting into the Lotus here. So you got the Lotus commentary, fair use of AWTR. Let's go ahead and speed it up so we commentary. And since there's no speaking, Kentucky tornadoes, 15th state. 15, my third marriage progression. My marriage number is 5. So you get 5 plus 5 plus 5. Tornado equals 87. My second wife's first marriage number, 87-year-old record. I mean, that's her 2-digit marriage number, period. Then the progression would be 88 and then 89. Y'all already know all this stuff. Blah, 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 and yada, yada, yada. But let's get to that heart chakra. Did I already pass it? That the lotus stands for the heart chakra? Which would explain why the lotus, the rebirth, is the heart chakra, and why why the hearts are all over. It's just like, it would be just like having a lotus all over. And of course, again, that could play into Valentine's Day, which is all about the heart chakra or the lotus. Here it is. The heart chakra is often referred to as a lotus flower, symbolism, and the lotus flower soul flower blog. There you go. What do you think? Thank you, AWTR. Good stuff, buddy. Good stuff. The map where the bomb is dropped at the 14-second mark and wheeled Al Yankovic's Christmas at Ground Zero is Minneapolis, St. Paul, the Twin Cities, and Minneapolis, said Chad E. Thank you, Chad. That's killer. That's killer, man. Where is this Weird Al video? Already get rid of it. Christmas at Ground Zero, Weird Al Yankovic. What do you say at the what mark? 14-second mark. Oh boy, he ain't kidding, is he? Minneapolis, I reckon. So in other words, the twins. So what they're telling you is this is going down at Christmas time. Is it Christmas Day? Is it Christmas Eve? Is it the 20th? Is it the 18th? Is it the 19th? This is the 21st. This is the 22nd. I mean, just like you're a guy and you walk around and you're single, or unfortunately with a lot of guys, you're married. So every woman's beautiful. And you're like, oh, I got a connection with her. I really got a connection with her. Oh man, I really like her. I really feel like, yeah, shoot, I like her. That's how I feel about all these dates. I feel like all these different dates. I'm just like, I like that date. That's a good date. I like that date. Boom. Here's why I like that date. Here's why I like this date. Yeah, I got about 70 of them over the next 100 days. But we're looking big at Christmas time. Sure. What exact day? We are not sure. Vanessa's so interesting. Chai Bell. Oh, Vanessa said, so interesting. Chai Bell, cyber is God. This is why I wanted to share it, because in one of my videos, my Bible studies, we went over Chibel and the God of fortresses and all that when we were finishing up Daniel, because the honors the God of fortresses, which goes over to Chibel, which goes over to cyber, which goes to cybernetics or something that ends up being mixing animal with machine, which ends up giving you the God machine. It's just, which goes back to the Donnie Darko God machine and so forth, or the ghost in the machine and all that kind of stuff. But Vanessa took it a step further and gave us hygienia. Oh, she said cyber is a god. And we're like, yes. She thought that was interesting, but then she looked up other stuff, and so is hygienia is a goddess, and bubonia as in bubonic. She said nothing new under the sun. Vanessa's somebody that lives just outside the Minneapolis, St. Paul area. So she was with me during the whole George thing. And she came to me from YouTube and is now a Facebook friend. And she just shares all kind of stuff all the time. Happily married, young kids, great family. It's a struggle with everybody, as she's trying to come out of the world and they're not necessarily wanting to. I think her husband's kind of on board. I can't remember, I can't remember how it works, but it's not a rift. It's not causing trouble. And she's, you just tell she's a she, man. She takes to everything, like boom. So this was I copied and pasted it. It was in 2 different places, so we took care of it. Chad E said JFK documents dropped today. Dropped today show new. Okay, so the documents that dropped today show new evidence claims the Soviets funded the assassination. Whatever. China, Russia, yeah. North Korea, yeah. You got to have your boogeyman. Will Russia be blamed for when Donnie falls starting World War III? Thank you for your work. Chad, thank you for your work, and you are very welcome. Anything I do good does come from the Holy Spirit, but we know that. And but we always like to thank the Holy Spirit for anything good that we do come across. So this is what I wanted to share with y'all. This is the good stuff. And most of y'all probably aren't here anymore. That's a shame, because this is, I guess I should title this "The Best Is at the End." When you start going backwards through the time portal, or as 9/11 would be a portal, so to speak. If you go back to 9/11, 2021, X number of days now go back in the other direction, in that same amount of days, you're going to end up tomorrow, I believe, would be June 5th, 1981. I remembered it while I was doing it. So if you go September 11th, 2001, and you put it for, let's just put it on the 18th. That's one of our first big days tomorrow, right? And now I think if you go back June 5th, 1981, it'll reverse it. Yeah. So tomorrow is June 5th, 1981. And I'm looking for something that happened in history that would give us a clue. We need to be doing this a couple days in advance as we go through to see if anything clicks. Well, tomorrow is the anniversary for Bobby Kennedy assassination in 1968, not 81, but 68. But June 5th, 1981 was when AIDS. So tomorrow is the portal for the AIDS epidemic. So what if tomorrow they cranked up the technology and started making people ill? Ill. Ugh. Start taking your cell salts, stay away from your cell phone. Don't even touch it. Oh, 6-Day War began. FDR took the United States off the gold standard. In 1888, President Cleveland denies widow her husband's military pension. What the heck? Elvis rocks the Milton Berle show. First scientific report on AIDS is published. Oh, it's just a scientific report. I'm sorry. I was at work and I had just got hit with the eye or was just about to get hit in the right eye with an airplane. Okay, my bad. I was wrong. But I think it's something we need to look at and research. December 20th, that day in history, going backwards through the portal, goes to June 3rd. And that was your crackdown at Tiananmen Square. And that's what's in IPEC GOAT. And y'all, that's the 20th. When I was telling you the 718 Porsche girl. Who has 718 in the heart of her number. And 718 is prominent because the QAnon girl, that was our first involvement physically. And 1 year to the day, it freaked her out when I told her the day because I remember dates and all that kind of stuff. And she goes, oh my God, that was when I had my accident 1 year later on 2012. 1 year after she had blank with me, SE exclamation point. 1 year to the day after doing that. And it was the only time we ever did that. 1 year to the day later, a jet door about killed her. So is that meant all to stick in our minds of the 718, which so when I looked at the Porsche, then I remembered the last relationship I had in 2017, that she has 718 in her, right in the heart of her number, and her birthday is 12/20. She emailed me the other day. We were emailing back and forth, and she emailed me. Well, I emailed her, and her email back to me was at 12/20. I emailed her, and I go, "That's so weird that you emailed me back on your birthday at 12/20." She didn't respond to that. She did not respond, but you know, she knows I was a little loopy. Y'all, to know me would be to know I'm a little loopy if you're not on my channel, like, because I'll bring stuff up to people that I bring up to y'all and they're just out in the world. It'll come out of left field to them. Like, y'all are used to this. CNN launches this on 12/22, which is another date that really popped in my head the other day. Let's just say I saw a 9/11 correlate with 1222. And 12/22 popped up again and something else. And I was like, is that a day? Is that a day, Lord? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Is that right? So it popped up. And since it did pop up, I wanted to look at that date too through the portal, and that's June 1st, again, 1981. But CNN launched June 1st, 1980. Yeah, I know we just missed Trump's birthday. So when would it have landed on Trump's birthday, 1981, when he would have been how old? 46, so 56, 66. Am I doing this right? Born in 46, 56, 66, 76. He'd been 35 years old. So when did he turn 35? How many days ago? Is the 14th. Well, if that's the 22nd, 14 from 20, well, it was well, through the portal, it would have been on December 7th, right? How crazy is that? On December 7th would have portaled through to Trump's birthday. And that's when Pearl Harbor hit. So let's make sure that we did that right, because we might have found another transfer portal. But it's very simple. Hey, it's 7/18 and it's just 9/11. What I want to do is I want to create a portal that's going to be on September 11th, 2001. And let's just put it back. Let's put it back on May 31st, 1981. That way I won't have to change so much stuff. But what we will do is we will put it actually. Okay, now what I want to put it on is Trump's birthday. When he turned 35, it was 7392 days. Oh, that's not how I want to do it. That's not how I got it set up on another computer. But anyway, 7392 days. Now you're going to add days. 7392. Can you remember that? 7392. Seven three nine two. 7392. And we're going to subtract. Seven three nine two. Oh, that's 16th for Trump's birthday. So let's go back 7394. Maybe I keyed in the wrong stuff a while ago. All right. So now we're going to add back through the portal. December 9th. Okay. Thursday, December 9th was the portal. What landed on Trump's birthday. Well, I was real big on that 10th, wasn't I? Anyway, so that's just stuff we're going to start looking at is through the portal and see as we go through, get into late December, get into January, get into February. There's just no telling that we will land on a date in 1981 that something significant happened. Yeah, Trump turned 33 in 1979. That's the year I graduated, right? Yeah. It's crazy. Yep. I think I was thinking 16 because it's the 6th month. That's why I did everything wrong a while ago with that, but I graduated high school. He was 32 years, 11 months when I graduated, but he turned 33 years old when I graduated. I mean, just after I graduated, excuse me. Within a week after I graduated, within a week. From the 8th to for 6 days, y'all, 6 days. 6 days. I graduated on Friday. It's just crazy. Because when he was 33 years old was when they did that World Trade Center thing. This is Donald Trump, and he's 33 years old, and he's thinking about purchasing the World Trade Center. It was Tom Brokaw interview that they like to show a lot. I think Angel White likes to show that a lot. So this day in history, that's just interesting stuff to look at. And Babe Ruth happened, what day was that in history? The June 2nd one. So that I think falls, I think that's the 21st. That's when he retired from baseball. Yeah, that's the 12/21 portal date. So on the winter solstice, the portal's back to June 2nd. And it was a date when Babe Ruth retired, but nothing for 1981 in any significance. American Civil War ends? Jeez. Civil War ends, Civil War begins? Well, if he goes down on the 20th, it would begin the next day. So you're telling me the Civil War ended? America's Civil War ends. Really? That's pretty significant. Babe Ruth retires. Big New York. Coronation of Queen Elizabeth II. Civil War ends. Well, then that tells me then Civil War begins. Yin yang, see, they like that. Wow, wouldn't that be interesting? Well, if the Civil War begins on what's equivalent to 12/21, that means he goes down on the 20th and the Civil War begins the next day. And he rises on the rebirth of the sun. And the autumn moonlights his way. It's not autumn anymore, is it? But it's autumn that night, isn't it? It sure is. Yeah, that's true. It's not winter till the following day. Okay. You got my attention. 1220 is looking big. Porsche 911, Porsche 718. Cyber vulnerable. I mean, like these people don't know.
Cyber experts and government.
Mini Fishers, 17.7 thousand subscribers. Trust him as far as you can throw him. He is a free will, Bible thumping, amazing conspiracy theorist. You got to listen to the stuff he says, but don't trust him as far as you. Alex Jones, every one of these people. All right, that's pretty much it. Pretty much it, folks. Oh, I got your comments though here. We haven't gone through. Let's keep rolling. AWTR is a very interesting video. It's very long, about 2 hours. I can give you a quick idea. Oh, this was the guy that wanted me to watch AWTR. And I was like, I don't know what you want me to watch. Well, Christian's going to break it down for us. This is written very tiny to my eye. So, let's just go to Michael's Word document. We did finish Michael's stuff, didn't we? The comments about Lafayette, of course, connects to Louisiana. Fun. Hold on. We never did finish this, did we? Did we never finish this? Or we did all this? Yeah, we did all these. Okay, so he's going to tell me about this AWTR thing. 1,000-year millennial reign. You spell about like I do. I can't spell. I wonder what Aether. Very interesting video. It is very long, about 2 hours. I can give you a quick idea. Yep, that's what I need. What the video is about. It looks at the technology and the architecture of the world and the theory that the millennial reign of Christ already happened. I ain't gonna watch nothing like that. No. Cannot, would not, could not. You got to go back to the Bible. To go back to the Bible, always go back to the Bible, put everything to the Bible, and watch the sequence of events. Thank you for telling me that up front, because that way I could just dismiss it. But if you go to the Bible, always go to the Bible. And nobody will tell you more than me that Revelation is written in waves. It comes to us in waves. It's the same story being told over and over. So you could theoretically say, well, it's just, the book of Revelation is already open and we're already in it. We know when that book opens. When Jack Face gets his crown, his crowning moment. Okay, I get Revelation 20. I'm sorry. Isn't there an arrow over for me to back up one? I guess not. It's down at the bottom. By the way, what was that thing I told y'all the other day that I found interesting, biblically speaking? Okay, I wanted to walk y'all through that real quick. We open Revelation today. Does the Lord open the book of Revelation next? That's what we're all waiting on. On my other channel, we really look at that daily. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him, to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signed prophecy and keep those things which are written therein for the time. Okay, this is what it was. You got 7 churches. Like you got 7 kings, 5 are fallen. Means 2 weren't fallen. You got 7 churches. Was the church divided into 7 symbolically? Because 7 we showed you in that video. We can show you here in 2 Kings 5:14 that 7 was the number for cleansing. That's why 7 is also in the wrath of God, because he's cleansing the earth, getting ready for what? The 1,000-year millennial reign. The earth must be cleansed because the earth is going to be good again for the coming 1,000-year millennial reign. Or else God would just destroy the earth and you would go straight to the New Jerusalem. Why would he have to cleanse the earth? Just blow it up. He would just say, the earth was no more. No, but the earth has to go through a cleansing process because there's a 1,000-year millennial reign. So 2 Kings 5:14 tells you, dipped in Jordan 7 times, and his flesh became, the leprosy, his flesh became like a little child. We talked about how the little child, Jesus said, unless you become like this little child, because when you get the call, you are a little child. You're not going to know what we know when the Lord first calls you. You're just not. We're eating meat over here now. Thank you, Jesus. We're not drinking milk. So the church is divided into 7 because it's about to go through the cleansing process. And yes, they like that word process because our thing is a process. And they're on a different process. They're doing the devil's work. So 7 kings, 5 have fallen. That means 2 are not fallen. We believe that is Daniel. We believe through the book of Daniel that is Nebuchadnezzar and Darius the Mede. Darius the Mede talked about God of Daniel, the exact same verbiage that Nebuchadnezzar used, and Nebuchadnezzar wrote Daniel 4. And the whole story in Daniel chapter 4 was about Nebuchadnezzar's salvational process of how the Lord brought him through to salvation. 7 Kings, 5 have fallen. Well, Angel White showed us Darius the Third, but we know it's Darius the Mede. Those 2 kings were not fallen. 5 others were, and Trump is one of them. He's the last. He's the 7th. And he will seemingly be the 8th, but he's of the 7. And you go back to the 7 letters, Philadelphia and Smyrna had no blemish. There were no issues with them. And it tells me that before the abomination of desolation, 2/7 of the sheep are found that are alive on the earth, but 5/7 are lost and will get the call, the abomination of desolation. That was the breakthrough that I thought maybe that I had. Right now, you don't have any 7th on this earth that are called, but through World War III, through the 4 horses, you will get 2/7 will be called. From 99.9% lost, you will end up with whatever 2/7 translates over to, over 100. I learned how to do those fractions. You would multiply 2/7 times, I think it's 7/7, which would be 1 whole, and you get the percentage. So it'd be 14/49. So 2/7 is 28.5%, 29%. Is that right? Michael? Michael? Expect you to figure that out for me. Yeah, I'm relearning math by, I go in and to connect with kids, I go in and help them with their work when I'm caught up. Tough classrooms. I go into tougher classrooms and say, hey, what are you working on? Let me help you. That's how I build relationships. So let's start getting rid of stuff. We weren't done. We had a lot to do. We were going over something biblically. Hope I didn't just cut something off. Yeah, I have been. I've been cutting stuff off that I shouldn't. But I hope I didn't cut off that. What was it? What was it? What was it? What was it? Oh, we were going over. That's what we were going over. So you got the white horse. It is Revelation 20. Always go with your first instinct. So what had happened was angel comes down from heaven with a key to the bottomless pit and a great chain, and he lays hold to Satan, that old dragon, the serpent, the devil, and binds him for 1,000 years, casts him into the bottomless pit. Shows me, do you think Satan's been bound yet? Seriously? The entity in the computer, you think he's bound? Yeah, he's bound in the computer. That's why he's in the computer. He's really bound. Whatever, people. Cast into the bottomless pit and shut him up. Seal upon his head. See the nations no more till 1,000 years should be fulfilled. After that, he is loosed, and that's judgment. Says it right there. Judgment was given. Ba, 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 ba. So anyway, don't listen to these people, Christian. These ether videos. The video is a little shorter. The timeline deception, exploring Tataria. Ether is very detailed. Oh, probably written by the Ghost in the Machine. If it's really good and really believable, you have to be very careful of that kind of stuff. Similar ideas. Ether is so it's quicker and easier to watch and to get the general idea of what ether is all about. There's a second part if you're interested. That timeline deception. Part 2, exploring Tataria. No, sir. I respect you, Christian, immensely, my friend. But I will have to respectfully disagree because I gave you the proof that we are not in the 1,000-year millennial reign, because these things are in a sequence. Then it takes you right on through to judgment. And that's when they encompass the camp of the saints. That's when he's deceived. You know, they've encompassed the camp of the saints like as if they're going to go to war with them. But it's every goat that's ever lived is risen. And that's why it's the number of the sand of the sea, because it's every goat that's ever risen and every fallen angel that's ever been. So the number of everything encompassing the camp of the saints, where Israel is on earth, is there. And all the goats are weeping and gnashing their teeth because they can see Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and all the prophets and all of us sheep. Your family can see you and you can see them, but there's a great gulf that divides us. That's from the parable of the rich man and Lazarus. You cannot go to or fro. You can't go hug your kid goodbye one last time while they're weeping and gnashing their teeth. That's why God's got to wipe away all your tears. That's judgment. A flame comes down and devours them. They're dead. And then they're cremated after already being dead. It says death and hell, which hell means the grave, death, and they're dead. The dead in their grave is thrown into the lake of fire. That's nothing more than a cremation process. Boom. It's symbolic. It's funny. Satan, the beast, and the false prophet, they don't get death or hell. They go directly to the lake of fire, and it specifically says they're tormented. Humans aren't. Hell is not eternal torment. Hell is the grave. Christian, I love you, my man. I hope I'm helping you. Don't take anything I'm telling you as don't as offense. I love the work you do here on our channel. Don't ever change, baby. Keep it coming. Keep it going. And I hope I helped you with this, that we're in the 1,000-year millennial reign. Ether is very interesting videos, very long, 2 hours. I can give you a quick idea of the architecture of the world. But we're in the millennial reign of the Antichrist. Mystery Babylonian might be what they're showing you. You have to be very careful with stuff, man. And if the Lord's given me the spiritual discernment to help you with it, let's just go with it. Let's just accept my help and go with it. And not mean any offense. I'm not hating on you, not hating on your intelligence, not hating on your spirit. But I'm telling you, we're not in the 1,000-year millennial reign yet, my friend. I'm dogmatic about that. I will debate and teach and debate. A healthy debate. Good stuff. Good, clean fun. But just like I just showed you, I would just keep showing people until they, whoever whoever they are. All right. That's something I wanted to watch on my TV. I think we're done. Thank you for letting me waste 2 hours of your life. It wasn't that long, but it was a long video. I'm super tired. Extremely tired. So I'm punchy. I'm groggy. I got lion's mane coming, y'all. And I'm very excited about it. And I know it's going to help. I'm 60. I don't feel tardy, but I'm 60. So, all right. Love y'all very much. Mean it. Thanks for all your help, all of y'all. Michael, Christian, Jamie. Was that Ed? All the names that I mentioned. Again, I got brain fog. I can't think of everybody's name, but all of y'all, thank you.